Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new, my name is Lee, aka Rolling Thunder, and in today's video we're going to be talking about some bad news. So sit back, relax, grab a cup of tea, and let us get into the video. So ladies and gents, how are we all doing? I hope you're doing well. Now today's video comes about as well, me kind of just opening my heart and literally letting my feelings out, because I had a bit of bad news today, and that basically is that my mother, who is 75 years old, has had a stroke. Now by all accounts it's just a mini stroke, but nonetheless it's still a stroke. Now I know I've got, you know, friends and family, work colleagues and stuff that I can talk to, but this is the second stroke that's occurred within my family in the last 3 years. The last person to have a stroke in my family was my dad, and as a result he lost some partial sight in his right eye. Now this is very raw, very close to my heart. It's very difficult for me to deal with, really. It's not the kind of thing that I normally share with people. It's not usually my kind of thing to be so open about certain aspects of my life, and I'm usually quite a private person. I don't try and broadcast everything that's going on in my private life to everyone and anyone that is willing to listen. But today's been a bit of an eye-opener for me, in the sense that with my mum having a stroke, pardon me, it's kind of just opened my eyes to how precious life is. And I know it might sound like I'm being really melodramatic, but I'm really not trying to be. But the point I'm trying to make is that with my mum having a stroke at her age, it's never going to bode well for her at that age. Well, I say it won't bode well. I mean, you hear about people having mini strokes and them being absolutely fine, and then you hear about people having mini strokes and being paralysed or blind or losing their ability to speak and all that kind of stuff. And it's just, you know, it's a really scary concept. And I just, you know, I've had a hard time today alone getting my head around the fact that now not just my father but also my mother has had a stroke, and it's a very bitter pill to swallow. And it's one of those situations where, you know, I think about it and it's like, my parents are good people, do you know what I mean? They don't go out of their way to upset anyone, they don't start fights, they don't drink, they don't do drugs, you know, they don't do anything to hurt anyone. I mean, my parents are the salt of the earth, like old school Londoners that would do anything for anyone at a drop of a hat, without any so much as a thought of getting paid or getting some sort of payment for it. You know, my parents are just that way inclined to be, you know, just nice, genuine people. But it's like, why them? Why my family? Why now? Being 3 months away from Christmas, why does it have to happen now? And I know I'm sounding like I'm being really melodramatic, and I'm really sorry, but if anyone knows, or if anyone on my channel or any of my followers have had friends, family, whatever, that have had strokes in the past, I'm hoping you guys can sort of sympathise with me on that, because it's a horrible thing to find out. It's a horrible situation to find yourself in. You know, it happened late last night, about 11 o'clock-ish. And I dare say that my dear old mum was probably taken to this hospital that's just around the corner here, which is St George's. If not, it would have been St Helier. But either way, regardless of which hospital that they took her to, I just hope she's okay. I haven't spoken to my dad yet with regards to the situation, how well or unwell my mum is. But I'm hoping to find out in the next couple of hours what the situation is and whether she's okay and so on. Because, you know, it worries me when things like this happen to my family. I mean, it probably worries everyone when it happens to someone in their family. I mean, if it happened to me, you know, okay, you know, I'd be really upset that I might not be able to ride and whatever else and blah 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 blah. But in that same breath, I'd rather it happen to me than happen to anyone that I love or care about. You know, just putting it out there that I'd quite happily sacrifice my own life for the sake and safety of others. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. It's just, you know, it's heartbreaking, because when someone has a stroke, there's absolutely fuck all you can do about it. I mean, obviously you can do certain things. There's medication and whatever else if you catch it early enough. But if you don't catch it early enough, then obviously there's other implications involved. And I'll be honest, I have absolutely no idea what sort of state my mum's in. I'm hoping she's okay. I mean, when I was talking to my dad via WhatsApp earlier today, he did say that the stroke was a mini stroke. And what they mean by mini stroke, you know, is anybody's guess. I'm hoping that it's not anything too drastic, and I hope my mum is in relatively good health. I mean, how good a health can you be after you've had a stroke? Do you know what I mean? That's the scary thing. How do you know what sort of condition you're going to be in literally hours after having a stroke? You know, you could be perfectly fine 1 minute, and then you could be a fucking vegetable the next. That's how scary strokes can be. And I do apologise if it seems as I'm coming across as being exceptionally melodramatic, but you know, she's my mum. Do you know what I mean? I worry about my mum. She's elderly, she's frail, she's had so many issues happen with her over the years. You know, she's got arthritis, she's got 2 different types of arthritis. She's got rheumatoid arthritis and psoriatic arthritis. I'm not even sure that's how you say it, but that's apparently what she's got. She's also had to have all her teeth pulled out over the last year due to other ailments. And it's like, you know, the poor cow just cannot catch a break. And as much as I'd love to be able to say to her, do you know what, mum, I'll take all your pain away, I'll make you happy, I'll make you healthy. Well, I mean, I know she's happy because she's with my dad, do you know what I mean? But I'll make her happy, I'll take all her pain away, I'll rectify all her ailments for her, you know, I'll give her the quality of life that she should have. But I can't, and that's really frustrating for me, because, you know, I know I'm only one person, and I'm not Superman, and I'm not a Time Lord, and I can't go back in time, and, you know, I can't do this, and I'm not, you know, a scientist, I'm not a doctor. I'm just a simple human being who wants to do the best by his family, which in some cases, you know, you can overdo it, and trying to be there for every member of your family and all your friends and all that kind of thing. It's like, yeah, about that, but it's, you know, it's just so upsetting and frustrating for me. It really is. I want nothing more than for my mum to be, you know, better. I stressed for nearly 2 years about my dad when he had his stroke, and all the trials and tribulations that he had to go through, like all the tests and all the medication he had to be on for however long it was, and, you know, him not being able to drive for the best part of 2 years and only getting his license back from the DVLA like literally about a month or so ago. It's just really, really, really frustrating. And it doesn't matter what you do or what you say. And again, I know this is going to sound like I'm being overly melodramatic and overly self-indulgent, and please forgive me, I don't mean to be, but it's like, my family just cannot catch a fucking break. And I know it sounds like I'm really self-pitying and self-loathing and all that sort of stuff, and okay, fine, I might be doing so, but it's now got to a point where it's like, do you know what? If there is a God, he ain't fucking helping my family anytime soon. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I know in some cases we make our own fate and we make our own luck in the world and stuff like that. I understand that, I really do. But when stuff happens that you can't control, like, for example, other road users, your family and friends falling ill, COVID, financial issues that people can't control, all those kind of things that you just, you know, you can't do nothing about. You know, you can stress and stress and stress, and you can, but there's absolutely fuck all you can do. And I know I should be taking some of my own medicine when I say that, because no matter what I do or how much I think about it or how much I try to not think about it, the fact that now both my mother and my father have both had strokes, it really does worry me. Because who's next to have a stroke? Me? My brother? My sisters? You know, my cousins? My nephews? Nieces? You know, who the fuck's next? And again, I do apologise for the swearing and the animated language and the whistling noise, because again, it's getting dark, so I've had to ride my visor open. But it's like, it just, you know, it just really fucking frustrates me. There's nothing I can do about it, and it really, really, really fucking upsets me. And again, I know it sounds like I'm being self-loathing. Oh, husky. It might be a little bit self-loathing, self-pitying. But at the end of the day, you know, you're only born with one set of parents, and you should honour, love and cherish them for as long as they live. Because at the end of the day, those two people created you or your friends or your family, whatever. You know, parents become parents out of choice, not through necessity. Do you know what I mean? And I do love my parents so dearly, and I would do anything for them. But it's just so infuriating that when shit like this happens, there's nothing, and I mean literally absolutely fucking nothing that I can do to help them. Which is why I turned to YouTube and making videos to talk about it, because it allows me to de-stress, offload, and it gives me an opportunity to actually talk freely. Because I can't do this when I'm at work, because obviously work commitments. I can't do this at home really, because, you know, I've got a 10-year-old stepdaughter to worry about, and obviously my fiance's at home as well. And if she was listening to this, she'd be like quite possibly getting as upset as I am, and I don't want that for her, because she's got enough issues of her own. But it's like, it's just not necessarily depressing, but just so frustrating that I can't do nothing about any of the situations that are going on right now. You know, I can't take the fact that my mum's had a stroke away. I can't take the fact that my dad's had a stroke away. I can't take the fact that there's dickhead learners in front of me out of the way. But you know, it's I'm just so frustrated, ladies and gents. It's just like it breaks my heart to know that my mum and dad that have been through so much, you know, not just in their later years during retirement and whatever, but also when they were younger and dealing with me and my brother, putting us through school and college and whatever else. And it's like, it's not fair. You know, life just ain't fucking fair. And I want nothing more than for my mum and dad to stay as healthy and as active as they possibly can for as long as they can. And I know they say nothing lasts forever, and yeah, people do die, people get old, people die, that is life. But what I don't like and what I can't stand is when people turn around and say, oh, it could be worse. How the fuck could it be worse? You know, right now with the way my mum is, I don't know whether she can talk, I don't know whether she's paralysed, I don't know whether she's gone blind. You know, I don't fucking know what the situation is. All I know is that my dad said he's going to ring me. But I can't tell you, fuck me, I can't tell you what else is possibly going to happen. I don't know what sort of state she's in, I don't know what sort of state of, you know, what quality of life my mum's going to have after the stroke. I just don't know. I don't know anything, you know. And again, that's one of the really frustrating things. I cannot even guess what's going on with my mum. I don't know whether, like I said, I don't know whether she's going to be paralysed. I don't know whether she's going to be blind. I don't know whether she's going to lose the ability to talk. You know, I don't want to guess. I'm too scared to guess. I'm too nervous to guess. You know, I'm worrying so much about how my mum is and what's going on that I don't even know what to think anymore. I just hope she's, you know, comfortable. That's all I guess you can really ask for, is for the person that's been affected by the stroke is comfortable, I guess. And that's what I'm hoping I'm going to find out when I ring my dad later, is that once I've spoken to him, he's going to turn around and say, oh yeah, your mum's okay, but you know, she got a little bit of slurred speech or whatever, but she's perfectly fine in herself and so on. You know, that's the best result. The worst result is, you know, she's got absolutely zero quality of life. You know, she's going to be unable to speak or feed herself. She's, you know, completely disabled. You know, that sort of thing worries me a lot. And I really hope that's not going to be the case. But we ain't going to find that out till later. And when we do find out, rest assured, ladies and gents, I will be doing a video to let you guys know what's actually happened. And I do apologise for, you know, rabbiting on the way I do. I know there's probably a load of other things that you could be watching right now, and I do apologise that, you know, this isn't the usual content that you're seeing, and I do apologise that I'm sort of pouring my heart out to you guys, because, you know, I just feel like I need to do it. I need to be able to open up and let you guys know how I'm feeling and all that kind of thing, because at the end of the day, I'm a human being as well, do you know what I mean? I'm not a robot, and that's why, you know, doing these videos is an outlet for me. It allows me to be me without being me, if that makes any sense. You know, I can leave behind the Lee that works a 5-day week job. I can leave behind the Lee that does, you know, other random shit at home. I can leave behind the Lee that has a fiance and a stepdaughter to worry about. You know, I can leave all that stuff behind. And being on a bike and doing my motovlogs like I do, it just gives me that opportunity to be able to open up and let people in. Do you know what I mean? It allows me to let people under my skin and to understand what it's really like to be me, and the real world situations and the real world issues that I'm currently suffering with or having to deal with. You know, I know when the that whole E10 fuel crisis thing happened, I didn't ride, I didn't make any videos, and I'm sorry about that. But that's because I just didn't feel the need to ride, and I just couldn't be bothered. I couldn't be bothered fighting with people trying to find petrol in all sorts of stupid places, like going miles out of my way just to find like 10 quid's worth of unleaded. And then finding that 10 quid's worth of unleaded barely lasts me a week. Do you know what I mean? And this current situation that I'm facing, we're finding out my mum's had a stroke. Finding out that both my parents have now had strokes in the last 2 years. And then figuring out what to do about how to help, you know, my dad look after my mum. So my dad's no spring chicken, he's in his 60s. And my mum's in her 70s. So you could say my mum's a bit of a cradle snatcher. But then again, I suppose it doesn't matter. There's like 13 years between my mum and my dad, with my mum being the elder of the two. But, you know, they love each other unconditionally. They have done for the last 35, 38 years. And I don't think that'll ever change. But sooner or later, my dad is going to need some kind of help with looking after my mum, because he's no spring chicken and neither is she. But I am very, very, very concerned right now with regards to my mum's health, and I'm hoping that when I get back home, I can ring my dad, get some more information as to what's going on with my mum, make sure she's okay, and then at some point do a follow-up video to this to let you guys know what the situation actually is. Because obviously I know you guys, you know, the core people that watch my videos all the time, I know you like to be kept abreast of what's going on in the world of me, and not just me as a person, but also as a channel, as a YouTube content creator and so on. I know there's a lot of you guys out there that like getting involved and like listening to my stories, and also offering comments, suggestions, that kind of thing, just to help everything go along smoothly. And as always, ladies and gents, I do appreciate all the love and support you show the channel. It does mean a hell of a lot, and it does, you know, it does make me massively happy to know that people are watching my content. I mean, even if you guys didn't watch all my videos, but you've only just watched like the last like 4 or 5 videos or whatever, that in itself is a big thing for me, and I do appreciate you all for doing so. And if you do watch all my videos, even better, you know, I love you for it. And if you could do me a massive favour and smash the like button on the video, it does help me with the YouTube algorithm, and it does help promote the channel to new people. So if you could smash the like button, that'd be absolutely amazing. And as before, I will love you long time for it. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for sticking around to the end of the video, and like I said, if you wouldn't mind just smashing that like button, it does help me with the YouTube algorithm, and it does help promote me to new people. So if you could do that, like I said before, I will love you a long time. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, you have been fucking awesome as always. I have been Lee, aka Rolling Thunder, saying look after yourselves, look after each other, stay safe on the roads, be aware of COVID-19, be safe, be happy, look after each other, love your friends and family. As always, adios.